All rise. He's Jamal Spencer.
And he's Mark Skol Jr. Sports Court is in session. Welcome to another edition of Sports Court. This week we're arguing the case, is the pitch clock good or bad for Major League Baseball? If you haven't heard, here's how it works. There's a 30-second timer between batters and a time limit between pitches. After receiving the ball from the catcher or umpire, pitchers are required to begin their motion within 15 seconds with the bases empty, or within 20 seconds with runners on base. If they do not, then they are charged with an automatic ball. Hitters must be in the batter's box and ready for the pitch by the time the clock reaches 8 seconds. If not, then they are charged with an automatic strike. So that's how the pitch clock works. I think this is a terrible idea. Here's why. You're gonna create some problems, most notably in the consumer's wallet. A faster game means less concession stand time, means less beer sales, and you know what? The owner's gonna wanna try to recoup that money somehow, some way. They're gonna take that money out of your pocket, they're gonna jack up ticket sales, they're gonna jack up parking passes. That's how they're gonna get that money back.
I get what you're saying, but I don't think that's gonna happen. If anything, it's gonna get more people to go to the ballpark because everyone and their grandmother always complains about how baseball games are so long. What's been really good about this new system is we've seen it in minor league baseball. It's shortened games on average by 25 minutes, and through 3 days of spring training, we've seen that same 25-minute decrease in game time as well. So I think it's a great move for Major League Baseball because they're trying to build the game, build the brand, and I think that's what this is going to do.
You talked about spring training. This is why I think this is bad for baseball. There was just a spring training game between the Boston Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves. Tie game, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, and the game ended in a tie because the final batter was called out on an automatic strike because he wasn't in the batter's box within that 8-second window. That is a terrible way, incredibly anticlimactic way to end a baseball game. The fans were upset, the players were upset. That's not how you want to grow the game. I think that's terrible for baseball.
It's spring training. The games don't matter. They're doing this so people are ready for the regular season once the games actually matter. It's a shame that it ended this way, but now they've learned their lesson, and other teams are going to learn their lesson as well. It's going to grow the game. It's going to get more people out to baseball games because the games aren't going to be over 3 hours long.
The average MLB game last season took 3 hours and 6 minutes. Well, they want to speed the game up, add the pitch clock out. I get it. They tried it in the minor leagues. Last year, I went to a Whitecaps game that was less than 2 hours. That was freaky. You know, some games were an hour and 50 minutes. That was nuts. And I know that for some people, it's great that the game moves so fast, but I'm telling you, for the owners, they're gonna want that money back when you gotta cut beer sales off after the third inning. And I really think ultimately the consumer is gonna feel this the worst when the owners in a couple of years are gonna say, we've lost too much money with shorter games. But what do the fans say?
What's your verdict? Find the Sports Court post on Facebook and comment, and next week we'll highlight our favorites.
Last week we asked which Michigan player should have their jersey retired next. The most popular responses were Zach Novak, Trey Burke, and the Fab Five.
And you'll definitely be fab if you join us again next week. Sports Court is adjourned.